and welcome to another inbox review. This time we're looking at an older kit, Revell Spitfire Mk.IXc XVI. Managed to pick this up at a good price, so I thought I'd do an inbox review. Might be useful. Still available out there. So we've got 1/48 scale. Comes with a super decal, so we'll be interested to see what they look like. It gives you the length and width on the side there. This is kit number 04554. If we look around the box, we've got some pictures of the built-up model, some of the paints you're going to need here on the side, and I guess they're going to be Revell colours. Skill level 4. This is just again a picture on the front and details, and then we got a few bits in various languages about what this is. It's an unassembled plastic model kit. And then we've got some of the usual bits on the back there. Fairly standard Revell box. Side opening box, fairly normal for Revell. We've got one bag of plastic, one instruction sheet, which hopefully has got some decals in it. Yep, I'll put those just to one side for a moment. And we'll put the plastic just down there for a second. So a quick look through the instructions. These are the older instructions. In fact, it's got here 2005. I believe it's actually a boxing of it's actually a Hasegawa kit. I guess once we look at the plastic, we'll probably be able to tell. In fact, it's got poly caps. Is possibly a giveaway, but we'll have a look at that in a bit and should confirm that. Bit of information on the aircraft itself. Fairly standard. You've got the symbols. Don't glue, do glue, and you know, all that usual stuff. Colour callouts. In the standard sort of Revell, a little bit of mixing here, a couple of options there for mixing, but most of them are standard paints. We've got a sprue map, and unsurprisingly it goes straight into the sort of cockpit build up. Looks like it's quite a detailed cockpit, which is nice. And then we're cementing the fuselage together here. We've then got the wings going together, tail, horizontal stabilizers, etc. Undercarriage, various radiator parts, exhaust, the sort of underbelly bit there. There are some differences. You'll have to be careful when you're building this, depending on whether you're doing the Mark 9 or the 16. So we've got options there, and then we're getting the wheels, bombs, propeller, and canopy, and then the usual sort of little bits and pieces to sort of finish off. And then we've got a couple of different options. I think we've got 3, maybe no, just the 2. One with the clip wing, which is the Mark 16. Submarine Spitfire number 308, Polish Squadron, Royal Air Force, that's Germany 1945, and then we've got Submarine Spitfire, obviously the Mark 9, number 43 Squadron, and that's in Austria, June 1945. Fairly standard colour schemes, camouflage schemes. That's it. This page at the back is just blank. We'll have a quick look at the decals. So I've got them over here. You get the usual sort of health and safety type leaflet, I guess. I'm assuming that's what this is. Yes, caution, caution, cement needed, etc. We've got a decal sheet. Printed in Italy by Revell. Again, it's got date 2005 on there. They're quite matte decals, although they look quite nice. Got an instrument panel there, not the best, but it would probably do You're not going to see that much in the once the, well, depending whether you have the canopy open or not, I guess. You've got various stencils, and the colours all look good and in register. Generally, Revell decals are not bad. It looks pretty good. Put those over there, and then we'll open up this, let's say, single pack. I suppose it's got some scissors here. Make sure there's no parts falling off in the bag. It doesn't seem to be. We've got a clear sprue, which is in a separate bag, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprues. What we'll do is we'll start with some of the main sprues here to kick us off. So doesn't actually seem to be any identification markings on there. Relatively flash free. We've got recessed panel lines, some riveting, but not over the top. Hopefully you can see that. The camera's going to pick that up okay. Looks like there possibly isn't the I guess this is for the different lumps and bumps of the different cannons. I know some of the Spitfires are different. I don't think you've got guns in this one. I didn't notice that in the instructions. I guess you could open it up and there's probably third-party resin options. Again, it's all recessed. Bit of raised detail here as well. Again, there are some rivets, but again, not over the top. That's quite nice. Sprue. We've then got the main fuselage halves. Again, it's recessed panel lines, quite nice. Doesn't seem to be over the top. Not much riveting, a little bit around the sort of wing root here, and around the cowling for the engine. But on the whole, there's actually not a lot of rivets there. All the parts again seem to be flash free. Reasonably bit of detail here for the interior. So I guess that's the bottom of the cockpit there. Exhausts are not hollowed, so you would want to possibly either drill those out or look for some resin options maybe. Instrument panel, quite nice actually, detail on that. Could be painted up. Bit of dry brushing will look pretty good. The interior of the cockpit, sidewalls there, quite nice detail. Looks pretty good. Sprue 2. We've then got horizontal stabilizers. I'm guessing odd that there's just there on their own. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Maybe there's different types. Don't pretend to be an expert, but again, they all look pretty good. Flash free, clean. Doesn't seem to be any horrible ejection pin marks or anything on there. Then we come to the ends of the wingtips, rudder. Obviously these are the different gun covers, radiators, the front part there for the engine. Again, not overly covered in the fairly subtle recessed panel lines, but there's no real riveting on any of these. Some riveting on here, but it's fairly subtle. Then we've got the sprue here with all the tiny little odds and ends. Mould seems to have held up quite well. We've got no real flash on there. All the bits, different tail wheels for different versions. The main wheels are a bit devoid of anything. But other than that, the parts, the parts are all nice for the age of the kit. excuse me. Then we'll have a quick look at the all important clear parts. We've got these sort of poly cap things. Yeah, take a look at that. It's all pretty good. So we've got some nice clear parts here. They're actually quite clear. They're very thin. They're not overly thick. I don't know how well you can see that. Hopefully you can pick that up. Looks pretty good. Again, there's no real flash. There's no real. There's some, unfortunately, it's rubbed a bit on the bag here or against the other parts, even though they were in a separate bag. But again, you know, with a buffer, you'll be able to clean that up, I don't think, without any problems. That looks pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. That's a good little kit. Another Spitfire to add to the collection. Anyway, cool. Thanks for watching. See you soon.